Hello, welcome to Job Around Us. And in this video, we are going to cover the banking preparation. Okay, and our targeted exam is SBI PO, and we are going to cover arithmetic course. Okay, so in this course, we will cover 6 chapters. The first chapter is percentages. The second chapter or the second lecture will be on profit and loss, then ratio and proportion. Okay, simple interest and compound interest. Then we will have time and work, and then we will have speed, time, distance. Okay, so these are the arithmetic courses. These chapters are included in the arithmetic courses, and we will try to cover approximately 10 questions of each chapter, and if possible we will try to cover more. Okay, so once again, our targeted exam is SBI PO. We are going to build our concepts. Okay, and our approach will be conceptual. Okay, not theoretical. So let's begin. Let's take a look. So the first question is 12 4 by 15% as a fraction. Okay, so suppose there is this percentage value given. You will have to express it in fraction and see for the options. Okay, then what will be the value equal to? So how can we write 12 4 by 15%? We know 12 15 is 180, right? So 184 by 15. Now since it is given as percent, it means what? There will be another 2 zeros. Where? In the denominator, right? Then what we will do? We will simply do reduction method. So by reduction method, what we can find out? So we can clearly see that it is going with, is it going with 4? Yes, it is going with 4. 16. So 4 4 the 4 16, so 2 24 46, right? So 46 and 25, right? So 15 into 25 is how much? It's surely not 125, it is surely not 250, so obviously it will be 375. Okay, and if you are wondering how can we, even if there is none of this, right? So you must remember the simple values, especially tables of 25. Okay, so how do I know that this is sure shot 375? Okay, I already know that 25 tens is 250 and 25 fives is 75. Okay, so it is, hold on, 425. Yes, 25 fives is 125. Okay, so that's why it's 375. Okay, so these values you will have to keep very much like on the tip of your tongue. Okay, and once more, if you are wondering that where is the basics of percentage, and also we are not going to cover the basics. Okay, if you want to learn the basics, you will have to learn the basics and come back here for advanced classes. Okay, these are specially designed to be advanced classes. If you want to get your SBI PO prelims cleared in a sure short manner, this is where you want to be after your like for the fine tuning of your preparation. Okay, so moving on to the next question. So what is 10% of 20% of 25% of 100? So how you are going to do this? We know 10% is how much? 1 by 10. 20% is how much? 20% is 1 by how much? Tell me. 1 by 5. Okay, 25% is how much? 1 by 4 of 100, right? So 5 4s are 20, 20, 20 10s are 200. So answer will be 1 by 2, which means 0.5. Okay, moving on to the next question. Which of the following is the largest number? Okay, so out of these 4 options, what do you think, what will be the largest number? Okay, for simplicity, we can now, in order to remove the percentage, if we remove the percentage, this will be very much simple, right? So how can we remove the percentage? Just cut 2 zeros from everywhere. Just cut 2 zeros from every numerator. Okay, so basically this is 18, this is 40, this is how much? 160, and this is 40. So the largest number is option A, 160. Okay, and the smallest number is option D. Okay, small. Okay, moving on to the next question. If 30% of a number is 300, then 50% of that number is how much? Okay, so you'll have to solve this. So 30% of a number is 300, right? So 100% of the number will be 1000, 50% will be 500. Okay, so option D will be the answer. Next question. 25% of x is equals to 30% of y. Okay, so first my gut feeling is find out x by y. What is x by y? So basically it is how much? 6 by 5, right? So find the value of x if y is 5000. So y is 5000, so 6 will be 6000, right? So option D will be the correct answer. Next question. 30% of a percent of b is 25% of b percent of c. Okay, be very careful during reading this kind of statements, because there is a lot of and there is an is in between. Okay, so is means obviously equals to, right? Is means equals to. So basically 30% of a. First, to avoid silly mistake, let us write down this statement. So 30% of a percent. So we do one thing, can we remove the percent? So yes, there is 2% over here in the right hand side of this equals to, there is 2% over here in the left hand side of this equals to sign. So first let's remove the percent, that will be a little bit simpler. So 30ab equals to 25bc. So you want to find out c, right? So b and b will get cancelled out, so c will be equals to you put this 25 over here and it will be 6 by 5, so 1.2. So 1.2a, option D is the correct answer, right? Moving on to the next question. 20% of a number when subtracted from 108. Okay, so you are subtracting something from 108, how much? 20% of a number. So if the number is x, you are subtracting x by 5, right? 5, because 20% is 1 by 5. Okay, so 20% means x by 5. So if you are subtracting, what you are getting the number itself, means you are getting x. So the number itself is x. So how can you find out? You take this minus x by 5 in the right hand side, so it will be this, right? You cut it over here, so it will become 5 into x is 5x, 5x plus x is 6x. So 6x by 5 is equals to 108, right? So you multiply this and you cut this, right? So 6 ones are 6, 48, 6 8s are, and 18 5s are 90. So x will be equals to 90. Okay, so this is your option D. Okay, moving on to the next question. 40% of a number a is added to another number b. Okay, so 40% of a number a, 40% of a number a. So what is 40%? 2 by 5. 2 by 5 of a is added. Okay, sorry, not equals to, added to a number b. So b b becomes 125 b becomes 125% of its previous value. Okay, so b becomes 125% of its previous value. Hold on, do one thing, I will solve you. Okay, I am also having a little bit trouble, a little bit confusion, so I'm giving you 2 minutes. Okay, I'm solving it somehow. I'm giving you 2 minutes, you also attempt. Okay, since I am also struggling, you also struggle and try to solve this sum. Okay, let's begin, both of us. 2 minutes, our time starts now. So I am solving in the screen, do not look at the screen, you solve by yourself. Okay, you have this much of time remaining, 1 minute 40 seconds. Yes, so time is up. Okay, so if you have done it, well and good. If you have not done it, see over here. Many of the people will find this out. Okay, a by b is equals to 5 by 8 and directly mark it as option B. Okay, I also did it. Okay, I just marked at option B, but then I realized that wait, there is another option, either A or B can be true depending upon the values of A and B. Now when my eyes caught this option values of A and B, I immediately understood that A can be minus, okay, B can also be minus, right? So when both the values can be negative value, then our option can change. Okay, then it can be A greater than B. So sometimes it can be B greater than A when the values are positive values, both the values, and sometimes it will be negative. Okay, when the values are negative value, then it will be this. Okay, so both option A and B. So this was a tricky question. You will have to dodge yourself from this kind of tricky questions. Okay, otherwise you will lose marks, you will lose time and confidence during the exam, and therefore you will lose your chance to SBI PO. Moving on to the next question. What does it say? So there are two students. Okay, there are two students. They appeared in the exam. One of them secured 10 marks more than the other. Okay, so this student, suppose 10 marks more than the student. Okay, and his marks was 60% of the sum of their marks. Okay, so his marks was 60%. Okay, 60% the sum of their marks. Okay, so if this is x, this is x plus 10, right? And sum of their marks, what will be the sum of their marks? Sum of their marks will be 2x plus 10. Okay, and this is 60% of the sum of their marks, right? So basically we can say that this guy's marks divided by the sum 2x plus 10 is 60%, right? So we will never calculate by 60%, we will write down 3 by 5, right? So it will be 5x plus 50 equals to 6x plus 30. Okay, so basically it will be how much? X is equals to 20. Are we getting x equals to 20 or something else? 50, 30, wait, 3, 5, what have I done? Some kind of error, I think. No, right, yes. So this guy's marks is 20 marks, okay, and this guy's marks will be 30 marks. Okay, the marks obtained by the better student. So which one is the better student? This one. Okay, so he has got how much marks? 30 marks. This is your answer. Clear? Okay, moving on to the next question. Okay, wait, what just happened? Moving on to the next question. What does it say? Two numbers A and B are such that the sum of 5% of A and 10% of B is half of the sum of 20% of A and 10% of B. Never read a question like this. Okay, you will understand nothing. You'll just waste your time. So read it very carefully. There are two numbers, okay, A and B, such that sum of 5% of A. Okay, so you have 5% of A and means what? Addition. 10% of B. 10% of B is means what? Equals to half of the sum, means 0.5 or half, whatever you are comfortable with, half of the sum of 20% of A, 20% of A, okay, and 10% of B, 10% of B. Bus, equation is ready. You will have to find A by B, then sum is solved. So what we can do, can we remove all the percentages value? Can we remove? I think yes, we can. We can take percentage common and percentage common over here, so it will get cancelled away, right? And so it will be like 5A. Wait, hold on, let me write it clearly, otherwise you guys won't be able to understand and you will throw big bats at me. So 20A plus 10B, I'm not writing the percentages again because it has got cancelled away. So this values will become half now because of this 0.5, so it will be 10A plus 5B, right? So it will overall, this will get minus and it will become 5A in the right hand side and in the left hand side it is 5b. So basically a equals to b means 1:1 the ratio, right? So the option will be, the answer will be 1:1. Okay, clear? Okay, see, one thing I will remind you, if you are having problems in the step jumps, that means you are not ready for this kind of lectures. Okay, so please make yourself ready. Okay, please make your basic strong and then come back for revision. These classes will help a lot for your revisions and, you know, honing your skills. If you feel like these questions are beyond your reach, then you come back later on after honing your skill. These questions will really help you and make you a sure shot candidate for SBI PO prelims, right? And if you feel like these questions are way too easy for you, then also it is not for you. Okay, then you will have to wait for our higher series, okay, which will be helpful for your mains exam. Okay, so moving on to the next question. So see, I promised you 10 questions for today. I've given you 10 questions for today, right? So what I will do, I will show you another 2 questions or 3 questions as bonus. So those who have less time and those who are willing to not do these 2 questions, it's totally fine by me. These are bonus from my part. If you want to do, it's fine. If you do not want to do, it's fine. It's totally up to you. Okay, but if you want to increase your knowledge, then you can surely wait and look at these bonus questions. Okay, so there is a seller, Ashok sells his goods 50% dearer than Shankar. Okay, and 20% dearer than Vishnu. Okay, so this Ashok guy, he sells his good 50% dearer than Shankar. Okay, means he is selling at a higher price, and also 20% dearer than Vishnu. So compared to Vishnu also, he is selling at a higher price. Okay, so what we will do, tell me. I am giving you some time to try it on your own. See if you can solve it. If you cannot, then I am here. If you can, then very good. So basically, like, what is happening? Suppose see, those who are solving, you just keep on solving. Okay, mute myself, okay, or pause my video, keep on solving. And those who are clueless, I am giving the hint for them. So let Shankar's price be 100. Okay, okay, and the price at which Ashok is selling is 50% more. 50% more. Okay, so if he is selling at 100 rupees, what he will be selling at 150 rupees. Simple. Now there is another data. It says, okay, time up for you guys. So see, if you haven't solved, see the solution. Okay, so and 20% dearer than Vishnu. So this price is 20% more than Vishnu. Clear? Okay, so what can be this value? So that if you increase 20%, you will get 150. Are you getting my point? Suppose there is this value, you increase it by 20%, okay, plus 20%, you are getting 150. Okay, so how you can solve this kind of question? Tell me. Increased by 20% means what? Plus 1 by 5 means what? 6 by 5, right? means the ultimate value is 6 by 5. This increased value is 150 and this previous value will be how much? This will be the answer. Okay, if 6 unit is 150, then 5 units will be 125. How? 150 by 6, 25 into 5, 125. Okay, so this kind of things must be clear to you. If you are having doubts in these questions, then you are not yet ready for SBI PO. Okay, moving on to the next question. In an election between two candidates, Chaman gets 80% of the total valid votes. Okay, so there is an election between two candidates. Okay, so this is one Chaman and there is Dhande. Okay, so these two guys are getting elected. Chaman gets 80% of total valid votes. So be careful what I am marking, total valid votes. Okay, I know that there is something as valid votes and like invalid votes. That is why I am giving a like, what do you say, that I am highlighting this factor. Okay, if the total votes were 12,000, okay, so total votes, see, this is total votes, not total valid votes. Okay, so you will have to be careful about the language, there will be little twist. So total votes are 12,000. What is the number of valid votes that the other candidate Dhande gets if 15% of total votes were declared invalid? Okay, so 15% of total votes invalid, right? So this was the total votes. What will be the invalid votes? 15%. 15% means what? 3 by 20. 3 by 20 means what? 6,000, I guess. 2 6 are 6 are 18, 1800. 1800 votes invalid. How many valids? 12,000 minus 1800. What will be the value of that? Find out. See if you can solve it from here. If you can solve it from here, very good. Okay, so basically this is the valid votes. Now what does it say? 80% of total valid votes. Okay, so this values 80%. Now shall we calculate by 80%? Never. What we will do? We can write down this 80% as 4 by 5. Okay, but in this scenario 8 by 10 is much more simpler approach. Why? Because 8 to the 16 and then 8016 something like this will come. Sorry, 8160 will come, not this. There won't be this 0. My bad. Okay, so 8160 votes. Who has got? Chaman has got. Now what the question is asking from you? What is the number of valid votes? So we have already got valid votes. No. What is the number of valid votes that the other candidate Dhande gets? Okay, how much this Dhande guy gets? Okay, so 80%. If he has got 80%, so 10200 minus 8160. If you do, you will find the number of votes that this Dhande guy has got. Na? So it will be how much? 2040. Now there is a much more simpler approach to this. What is that simpler approach? Instead of finding this 80%, we can curtail this step totally. Okay, so we know that 80% of valid votes this Chaman has got. So obviously it means that 20% of valid votes Dhande has got. So directly find out 20% of this. So simply just 20% means what? Double. So double will be 204, right? 102's double is 204, 0. Adjust the zeros, you are getting the answer D. So we can totally eliminate this step and find out from here only. Okay, so just let me hold on. Let me clear the screen. So just let me give a quick short review of this question. So total I know is this 12,000, right? So total is 12,000. 15% is invalid, so I will have to subtract this 15%. Okay, that means 85% is valid, right? 85% means what? 17 by 20. Okay, now I also know that 80% of this is Chaman's. So basically Dhande is 20% of this. So I can write down like this. Okay, and if I multiply this with 12,000, okay, of the total votes, then hopefully I will be getting the value. So 20 and 20 will get cut away. This is the final calculation. I can do this in one step only. Okay, two zeros will cut away. Then how much is 12, 17? I do not remember this value, so I am finding out. Okay, so basically you are getting how much? 204, and this zero is there. This is your final value in one single step. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Okay, sorry, we have run out of questions. Anyways, so basically these are the total questions that I have in my bag for you. Hopefully you have liked these questions. Okay, let's go through just for a little bit review what we have done in today's class. So these are the questions that we have done. I hope you have understood all the questions. If you have not, please revisit the lecture. Okay, then you will get a clear-cut idea. Give it time. Okay, try to think in a different day. Suppose you are not understanding this today, so try again tomorrow. Okay, then you will surely find some different approach by which you will understand these questions. And even if you are not able to understand even tomorrow, then it means that you are conceptually not in a correct place. So try to come back and gain more knowledge that we are trying to spread. So hopefully you have liked our video. Please comment and also like and share this video. We will catch up in the next class.